Okay, I've removed the membrane from the back side. It makes it a little bit more tender. Now what I'm going to do is sprinkle it with a couple of different little rubs, as you would call them. This is a Texas and a Memphis rub I'm using. That side, move it over. It here, move it around, try to get it on all sides and the edge. Now I'm going to put a couple of slices of sweet onion on the bottom. This is optional, but you'll see it helps the flavor quite a bit, and especially the broth. That's the extra bonus of this, that we're going to have an awesome broth or consomme left over. Start putting it. Bring this side up. This side. And now we're going to add about a half a cup or so of white wine to the bottom. Seal this up pretty tight. And we're going to put this on the grill at about, indirect heat. We'll have a pan underneath it so it doesn't have direct heat. And we're going to cook this for about an hour and a half. Okay, we got the grill nice and hot. And you see I've got a little pan below to protect it from browning the bottom of our ribs. And we're going to cook this slowly for about an hour and a half at about 450, 475. All right, while the ribs are cooking on the grill, I'm gonna make a simple barbecue sauce. I've got 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of molasses. It looks thin because I warmed it up in the microwave so it pour easier. And 2 tablespoons of whiskey. And we'll bring that to a simmer, turn it down, and get that going. For half of the sauce, I'm going to add some of my chipotle dressing that I have online. That's the chipotle honey dressing. All right, so the meat has been resting for about 15 minutes, and now we're going to pour off this awesome consomme, pork consomme, into a gravy separator. Everything you can out of there. I'm going to open this up just a little bit more. There we go. All right, now I'm going to cut this in sections before I put it back on the grill. I'm going to cut between the bones. You can do that. Raise that up. And underneath, you see these onions? This is like onion candy. So delicious. Now I'll chop the onions up and add that to my sauce. So after I cut this up, I'm going to put it on the grill and smoke it for about 15 minutes. I'm going to add some of the juices right to our sauce. That's just going to take it up a big notch. Stick that in. Alright, the grill's to total heat, and now we're going to put the wood chips. This is a combination of cherry and apple, And we're gonna put those right over the grates, and we're gonna wait for that to start smoking in about 4 minutes. All right, you see the wood chips are starting to smoke. I'm gonna put these top. And we're gonna smoke these for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna put the lid on to intensify the smoking. It's been about 15 minutes. You can see that the pork has got nice and tawny brown, and I'm gonna brush it with some of our sauce. And we're gonna cook this for another 10 minutes or so. Okay, now that I think they're done, see how it's starting to bubble here on the outside? And the sauce is caramelized a little bit. I'm gonna take those off the grill.